Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Miami Marlins taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. We're all eager to see if his heroics last time out carry over. He was absolutely dialed in at the plate, Singy.
Dialed in is right, partner. Everything seemed to be going his way. Looking forward to seeing if that same timing and energy carries over in this one.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about to get started, and on the hill today, Taj Bradley. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of, tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
Going to count one and two.
2 strikes.
Ripped to short, jump throw. It's there, and that's a great play. And now for the Marlins, Adolis Garcia. Popped up. Caballero. Nabs it. 2 down. Okay, let's check out the lineup. And so far this year, this has not been a very good offense.
Well, in this day and age, if you can't slug and get on base, that OPS has to be at a certain level. If you're going to produce runs, give your pitchers an opportunity as they're facing tough offenses as well.
And at the plate for Miami, Xavier Edwards.
Really strong hitting performance recently, working on a 5-game hitting streak.
That one finds the zone. It's 0-1.
Here's someone, historically speaking, that prefers day games over night games, so I'm excited to see what he does in this one.
2 outs. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Good job getting the foot down so he could catch it out front and pull it. Turned on it nicely for the knock. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Kyle Stowers, the next up for the Marlins. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. There's the ball. Throw. Save.
He's safe.
Singy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
Man on second, 2 down.
Hey!
Hit hard on the ground to short. And that is that. Marlins leave 1. Now it's the Rays' turn. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. And we're back. And on the hill here today, Casey Mize.
Well, it hasn't been a great year so far in terms of ERA, but he's had some decent games, and there have been some flashes of greatness, if you will. We'll see today if he's able to get ahead of hitters and perhaps get some swings and misses, put himself in a position to bring that ERA down, because you know in the back of his mind, beyond the W, he wants to have a better earned run average.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Jose Caballero. The shortstop takes the ball. Caballero goes 5 feet 9 inches, 185 pounds, and he was born in Panama. The other way, hauls it in for the out. Take a look at the lineup. A very athletic offensive group with speed spread throughout this offense.
Yeah, and it's so important that they have patient and quality at bats, because the key is to get on base. If they do that, then they can create a whole lot of havoc on the base paths, get runners around the score, and then that's going to get you some good pitches to hit as well. So a very athletic team, and we should be in for a treat in this one.
It's not the standard approach that we see in today's game, but it does work for them offensively. Richie Palacios in the box with one away as he takes ball one. One out, bases empty. Palacios with a homer in his last game. And that's off the outside edge. And that's ball two. Swung on, popped up left side. Edwards brings it in. That's out number two.
Batting third, the first baseman,
Jonathan Aranda next to hit for the Rays. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Myers sizing this one up. Makes the catch. And that is that. We played an inning. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the second baseman, Connor Norby. Bradley back to work. That's in there. Strike one.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Out to center. Meisner settles underneath it and puts the squeeze on that one. One away. Now it's the Marlins catcher, Adrian Del Castillo. In the dirt, 1-0. Second inning here, no score.
Ball.
Patrick Johnson calling the balls and strikes.
Pretty standard zone for Johnson. Sometimes he might get a little jumpy, a little excited and expand the zone, but usually you at least feel like the pitcher on the mound is earning it, and that's important because you got to make players earn it.
Next offering is in for a strike. On the ground right side. And he handles it himself for the out.
Batting seventh, the center fielder, Dane Myers.
Two down, bases empty. Dane Myers, the next up for the Marlins. First offering, and it just misses. Two outs, bases empty. Liner, base hit. And that extends the inning.
Batting it, the third baseman,
Graham Pauley, the next up for the Marlins.
Too much swing and miss in his at-bats recently, striking out nearly twice in each of the last 5 games.
Lau. Over to first. Third out, and that ends the frame. One left for Miami. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom half of inning number 2, and stepping in for the Rays, Junior Caminero. First pitch just misses. And that is out of play. And the 1-2 misses to even the count. Fights it off. He'll see another.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Here comes a pitch. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Good job to fight that one off.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. 3rd foul ball in a row.
And he walked him. And that's their first base runner of the game.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
And here's the catcher, Liam Hicks. That's in there. Strike 1.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Hit in the air right field, and that one way back there, and that is way gone. He'll circle the bases. His second of the year. It's 2-0.
So good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets them off, and gets the home
run. Lau at the plate. Good power. Not great in the OBP department. In there at the knees. That's strike 1.
Can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
And a swing and a miss.
He was really trying to stay back for something off speed. That's why he was so tardy on that swing.
That one is upstairs.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
That one misses, and it's a full count. And down on strikes. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there. And I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Still only one out here in the inning. That one lifted to left. And there's two down.
Yeah, we got it.
Two outs, base is empty. Josh Lowe, the next to hit. Homered last night, added another hit as well. And that one is inside ball one. Hammered on a line to the left, base hit. So a two-out knock keeps the inning alive. So digging in, Cameron Meisner.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Meisner with some struggles at the plate recently, not uncommon for rookies.
You know, Boog, at the start of my career, I got only 3 hits in my first month, but I kept at it, and I finished the year hitting 300. I know he's going through it a bit right now, but he's capable of figuring it out.
Foul ball. Low off of first with 2 away. Mize move to first. And he's out. And they got him. That ends the inning. The Rays with a 2-run homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough series offensively, and a look at those numbers.
Life has its ups and downs, and it makes you smile and frown, but they can't keep the strong king down. I'm never giving up because I wear the crown.
And that's off the inside edge, and it's 1-0. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Agustin Ramirez, the next up for the Marlins. He's 0 for 1.
Ball 1.
In the dirt, blocked. Ramirez recently earned Rookie of the Month honors. That's in there, and it's 1-1.
The way this kid played over the last month, it's no wonder he got recognized for it. We'll see if he can keep it up as the league adjusts to him, though.
Swings through that.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Goes down looking for the strikeout. That was pretty nasty.
No, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. It's hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Garcia batting for the second time, and that's strike 1.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 2. That one
That's
missed.
ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Man at first, 1 away. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs 1 more out.
Xavier Edwards gets a chance to hit here. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And first offering is fouled off. Fly ball down the line. Palacios on his way over. He's got it, and that'll do it. Back now in Tampa Bay. Here's the center fielder, Cameron Meisner. That's in for a strike at 95. 0-1. That one fouled off. And that's in the dirt. And that is ball 1.
Ball, that's inside.
And there's a ball. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
So the batting order turns over, and now Jose Caballero, 0 for 1 so far. Fastball is outside. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Shane Baz appears to be getting loose. Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. And safe. It's a stolen base. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Meisner stands at second with no outs. And that's in the dirt. and looking for the K. There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Casey Mize is done, and he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment. On the end of this tunnel, so far this life has beat me up, and now I'm ready to rumble. The jungle is hungry, predators want me. I can't escape from the torment of knowing I'm put in the world. So the Marlins go with a new arm. Shane Baz
gets an opportunity to square off against his former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came out a little extra jacked up right here.
Now the number 2 hitter, Richie Palacios. 0 for 1 with a flyout. Y'all ain't going any further, gotta terminate it. The only answer is to scrap. In the dirt, but kept close. 1 out and a runner at second. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Hard hit left side. Fires over to first. That's the second out.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Jonathan Aranda next to hit for the Rays. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. And a foul ball. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the last half of the third. Swinging a foul out of play. On the ground to the left, and that's a fair ball. Meisner headed for the plate. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 3.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. He smashed that ball the other way and kept it fair down the third baseline. Did an excellent job of just throwing the barrel at the ball, even though he was a little late on it.
Now here's the Tampa Bay cleanup hitter, Junior Caminero. He walked and came around to score his first time up. Pitch misses inside. Ball 1. One run across in the frame so far here in game 1 of this 3-game set. And that's in for a strike. And the count 1-1. That's a little bit low. A changeup missing. 3-1. That smash towards center. Myers makes the play, and that is the third out of the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 3-0. Back here at Tropicana Field, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Kyle Stowers. That misses the zone. Ball 1.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And now the count is even. battling here as he fouls it away. Swings and misses, and he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Got away with that curveball, no doubt about it. It passed right through the heart of the strike zone, and he just couldn't get the bat on it. When you strike out on one like that, that's when you start having conversations with yourself, and they're not usually very friendly.
Norby at the plate now. That's ball 1. Norby, 24 years old, and he was a second-round pick in 2021. That one drifts inside. Line drive. Fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a double.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
At the plate, Adrian Del Castillo. Swing and a ball hammered left field, and it hits the fence. The run comes in to score from second.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
One out, runner at second. Myers now at the plate, and he's already singled in this game. Ball 1 low.
Ball 1.
Line drive, leaps and he's got it.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Graham Pauley, the next up for the Marlins. He's 0 for 1. That's in there, and that is strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Palacios turns to the right on the move. And that's the 3rd out. Marlins get a run on the RBI double. It's now a 3-1 ball game. And we're back. Bottom of the 4th. And now the catcher comes up to him. Liam Hicks. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, these Rays doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Pitch misses, and that's ball 2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Now batting.
And now it's Brandon Lau. His first at bat was a strikeout. clips the corner.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some
0-1.
run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Myers. And there are 2 outs.
Number 2. Designated
Yandy Diaz now. Fly to left his first time. That one's in there. And it's 0-1. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
And
1 ball,
1-2.
2 strikes.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Ball, that's out.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Nothing doing here this half. On to the top of the 5th we go. Rays 3 and the Marlins 1. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Against all odds, that you can't tie us down. Stronger, baby, now we don't cry aloud. All we know is how to get it started when they rounds. Yeah, and this is more than you ever know. We here for winning and the feeling is incredible. All we do is take it to the ceiling when we set it open up the book and we'll be grinning in the centerfold. Oh.
Bradley back to work. And that's fouled off.
You know, these Marlins just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They really haven't worked many deep counts or long at-bats, and that's fine if you're having a lot of success. But at this point, I think it's time to make an adjustment.
That's out to center field. Meisner in and to his right. He's got it. And there's one away.
now batting, the first baseman, Agustin.
Back to the top of the lineup, Agustin Ramirez. The next up for the Marlins. 0 for 2 in this one. Swung on, belted. Way back there. And it is out of here. That'll fire up the dugout. His 12th of the season. It's 3-2. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Lightning fast hands to be able to hit that velocity fastball on the inside part of the plate. In my experience, when you're looking out over the plate, allowing the ball to travel, it's pure reaction to hit a pitch in that location. That's a tremendous swing.
Base is empty, one away. Now here is Adolis Garcia. That hits
1-0.
the dirt. 1-0. One down, base is empty. And another
2-0.
ball.
Not showing great command so far in this at bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here or this could get ugly.
And that one is inside.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
1 out, base is empty, and a run in, and we're at the top of the 5th. That one finds the zone, and the count is 3-1. Next offering is fouled back. And that wasn't even close. Ball 4.
The batter, number 9.
1 down. And up next for Miami, Xavier Edwards. 1 for 2. Just missed.
This guy absolutely flies. The defense wants to turn 2, but they've got to get a ball they can do it with. Make sure you get the first out before you try to rush and get 2 and end up with nothing.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
That one misses, and it's 2-1. Garcia leads off first with 1 away. Runner on the move. Line drive, base hit. The throw to third. The tag, and he's out.
As a base runner right there, you're making the call yourself. This ball is clearly in front of you, and you've got to know for sure if you're going to be able to make it safely to third. That time he was wrong, as a really nice throw came into third.
Here's the left fielder, Kyle Stowers. Just missed.
Ball 1, no strike.
Now move to first. Edwards back in on a dive. On the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. But not before they answer back with a solo home run. It's now a 3-2 ball game. You're dialed into the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. And the batter now, Josh Lowe.
We got a spark, can't deny it. There's something lighting up here between us. You can't be.
Ball 1, no strikes. Next offering is fouled back.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Here's a 1-2. That one missing inside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And that one ripped into right. Garcia makes the grab, 1 down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Tampa.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Cameron Meisner. He reached out a walk his first time. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Jose Caballero next to hit for the Rays. Pitch misses there, and it's 1-0. That's a strike across the top of the zone. Check swing, no appeal.
Ball 3.
That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Check on the runner, and he dives back in safely. Palacios in the box here, lets that one go for a ball. There goes the runner. Pitching for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again.
Yeah, I like being aggressive right there with 2 outs. It's kind of a classic steal situation. You get thrown out, no big deal. That guy at the plate leads off the next inning. Now, a single to the outfield can push a run across.
Upstairs, and it's 2-1. Boz checks the runner. Caballero back on a dive. Runner at second, 2 down. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Norby makes the play, and that is that. The Rays strand just the 1, but they still lead at 3-2. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Manuel Rodriguez.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Well, 1-run game. Now it's going to be Connor Norby. That one outside, and that's ball 1. Tampa Bay's bullpen with some action. Kevin Kelly warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Uceta getting loose as well. And the 1-0. And a big swing and a miss.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Line drive. Come on.
Quick reactions down there at first, and those can be tougher than they look sometimes. There could be all kinds of weird spin or knuckling action on the baseball.
Digging in, Adrian Del Castillo. Just off the inside edge. One down, base is empty. And that one fouled off.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
1-1 now. And a swing and a miss there.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Next pitch is downstairs. The Fish down by a run, and we're the top half of the sixth. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Next pitch is outside.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. This is downstairs, and that's ball 4. That's a great at-bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
That's a nice at-bat and a great take on 3-2. Probably could have gone either way in that spot around the knees.
Dane Myers, the next up for the Marlins. Myers having more success against left-handed pitching this season, as might be expected. Inside, ball 1. Just missed. And that's in for a strike. Del Castillo, the base runner at first with 1 out. That one ripped. And it's caught for the out. So 2 down now, and here is Graham Pauley. That one inside, and that is ball 1. Right through there for a strike. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, but they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. So it's no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. Rays 3 and the Marlins 2. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here is Jonathan Aranda. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Signs of activity in the pen for the Marlins. Eric Miller, the lefty with big swing and miss stuff, is getting ready. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
0-2 now. That's
One
down
ball,
and in. A
2
slider
strikes.
missed. Swing and a pop up in foul ground. Pauley makes the catch, and there's 1 gone.
Third baseman, number 13.
Junior Caminero getting ready to hit. That one off the mark, and that's ball one.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
There's the strike. And it's fouled away. Bounced up the middle. Edwards. The throw to first. 2 up, 2 down.
The catcher, number 34.
Here's the catcher, Liam Hicks, and he's already left his mark on this game.
He certainly has, Boog. A 2-run shot in the second inning, and that made an early impact on this game in a big way.
Fastball for a strike. And ball one. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. That one hammered center field, reaching back towards the wall. Leaps at the wall, but can't haul it in. And that's a 2-out double.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
So a runner at second, 2 down. Brandon Lowe next to hit for the Rays. That's inside. Ball one. And that's a little bit high.
Well, no need to go right at this guy. First base is open. He can hurt you. So make him expand his zone. If he doesn't, give him a walk.
Check swing, but he went too far. That's strike one. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
2-2 the count.
Pitch misses. 3-2 now.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Man at second. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
At the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Yandy Diaz. In there, and it's 0-1. Fought off foul.
He was a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
And it stays fair. Coming home. He'll score. The relay throw. He's in there.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at bat. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
So 2 down. Josh Lowe next to hit for the Rays. That's off the mark, and it's 1-0.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
That clips the zone, and a count 1-1.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Curve in the dirt.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Fouls one off. 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. That K is his third of the game. Rays get an RBI double. It's now 4-2. Back after this on the show. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Kevin Kelly.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
Griffin Conine digs in now. Hot shot to third. In plenty of time to first. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Let's go, Tampa.
Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Base is empty, one away here in the top half of inning number 7. Pitch in the dirt, and the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count.
And that skips in the dirt.
Strike.
Hard on the ground to first. Takes it himself. And a couple of quick outs.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
In steps Adolis Garcia, also known as El Bombi. Just missed. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 1.
Ball, 1 strike.
That one
That's
missed.
ball 2.
That one fouled off. 2-2. And there's the ball.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
2 down, nobody on. Cut on and miss, struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Marlins. Still down by a count of 4-2. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Eric Miller.
And he's been fantastic this year. Really stingy in terms of allowing base runners. He's just got great stuff that's tough to square up.
Cameron Meisner now at the plate. Miller, a tall lefty, 27 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2019. That misses. Ball 1. Miller, known as a guy with pretty lights out type stuff, racks up the strikeouts, but the command at times can elude him. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even.
Yeah, and a manager in a situation like this type of pitcher has to stay alert and ready. He's got to make sure he's watching from pitch to pitch, hitter to hitter, to quickly get another reliever up in the bullpen if he needs to bring someone in.
And that lack of command, that's usually one of the things that leads guys to be converted from starter to reliever.
Yeah, and it's such a short stint when you compare the two roles, starting and relieving. You hope that guy can find strike 1 right away when he comes in. Oh, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Caballero, batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
0-1's the count.
On the ground, Edwards throws to first, and a couple of quick outs. Two down, bases empty. Now the left fielder, Richie Palacios. 0 for 3 in this one. Ball 1 there. Inside, just missed. Swing and a miss.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
2-2 now. And that one missing low. Two outs. In the air, left field. Stowers towards the line, looking up, makes a one-handed catch. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Edwin Uceta.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And now for the Marlins, Xavier Edwards. And there's a foul ball. And the 0-1. Foul ball there. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And one away.
Well, 3 pitches, down, fastball up, swinging, boog. It's like learning a chord progression, getting those strums right, man. So many pitchers prefer working north-south these days compared to the east-west, and that was a great example right there.
Kyle Stowers, the next to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. That one way inside. The Rays holding on to a 2-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. That's inside.
Nope, inside, ball 2.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Norby in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. That's outside, and the count even 1-1. He swings and fouls one off. Set down on strikes. And he strikes out the side here in the 8th. 3 up, 3 down that time. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Rays 4 and the Marlins 2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Matt Brash.
Well, walks have certainly been an issue for him this season, so we'll see what kind of command he has.
And here's the first baseman, Jonathan Aranda. He's been a great free agent sign. Well struck right field. And out of here. His 12th of the season, and they add a run. It's 5-2.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one, and you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Down the third baseman, Junior Caminero. That's down and in.
Well, these Rays showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. The numbers say their chase rate, or swings at pitches outside the zone, is under 25%, and I think that's a big reason why they're scoring runs.
Gets him to chase after that one.
By not chasing out of the zone, they're getting good pitches to hit. When you can do that, you have a much better chance to square up the baseball and do damage like they have so far.
That's down and in. A slider missed.
1 strike.
That one misses, and that's ball 3. Late with the swing there.
3-2.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Liam Hicks next to hit for the Rays. He's already homered here in this one. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. Next offering is fouled back. Just missed.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Breaking ball inside. And the count is even, 2-2. Stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first and hustling for second. And it's a double, making him 3 for 4 on the day.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. What a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at
all. One out, runner at second. And the batter now, Brandon Lowe. And that one almost hit him. One out and a runner at second. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And there's a strike.
Well, a good slider from an opposite-handed pitcher has to stay in that tunnel just a little bit longer. Otherwise, recognition can cause you to barrel it up. And right there, the hitter clearly couldn't do anything with it.
That one way inside.
Not really attacking on the mound in this at bat. All breaking balls. So that makes me think they're not really wanting to challenge him here.
And that's too high. And a strike in there.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger. And perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
Hicks over at second, one down. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, they didn't give him anything to hit, and now with runners on first and second, they've set up a double play opportunity. So not a terrible result.
Now it's the DH, Yandy Diaz.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
And first offering is fouled off.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Two on, one out. Hit on the ground to the right side. There's one.
That's an out.
And it's a double play to end the inning. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. Last chance coming up here for the Marlins. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Pete Fairbanks. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again.
Number 29.
Adrian Del Castillo getting ready to hit. There's a strike. Good heater at 98. Just missed. That one misses in the dirt.
2-2 the count. We got full count.
A dive, he's got it. To first. Nicely done for the out.
Man, oh man, that ball was absolutely smoked. Triple-digit exit velocity. He dives, and I'm just shocked that the ball stayed in his mitt. Looked like he was going to put a hole in his glove.
He's 2 outs away. Dane Myers digs in now. 1 for 3. Fastball gets the inside corner at the knees. Now the 0-1. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Base is empty, 1 away here at the top of the 9th. Struck him out swinging. Now only 1 out remaining. Graham Pauley, the next up for the Marlins. Fastball is outside. Pitch misses inside. 2-0. Just off the inside edge. Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. That one finds the corner, and the count is 3-1.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
Hit to right, and that should do it. And he'll make the catch. Ball game. And the Rays take the series opener here at home.
Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark, you're sleeping in your own bed, you're eating your clubhouse manager's food, everything's right in your world, and they played like it today.
Here come the boogeyman. We doing the can.